Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to the City of Arcola City Council regular meeting for Tuesday, October 13th, 2025, beginning at 6 p.m. at Arcola City Hall, which is located at 13222 Highway 6, Arcola, Texas, 77583. Meeting for the purpose of considering the following items. The City Council in the City of Arcola, Texas reserves the right to meet in closed session on any of the below items should the need arise and if applicable pursuant to authorization by Title V, Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code. It is now 6 p.m. I'll call this meeting to order and we have a quorum. Announcing that we have a quorum. Tonight's invitation will be done by Councilmember Rosemary Bigby and followed by the Pledge of Allegiance by Councilmember Mayor Pro Tem Grady Barton.
Oh, please stand. Everybody heads. Dear Lord, we thank you for letting us assemble tonight to carry out the city's business. I hope it can be carried out in order and in peace. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This time we'll have roll call. City Council Member Evelyn Jones.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Greg Abar.
Here.
Councilmember Rosemary Bigby.
Here.
Councilmember Florence Jackson. Councilmember Fred Burton. Let the record reflect that Councilmember Jackson nor Burton are present at this time. Also present is David Olson, our city attorney, Ingrid Flournoy, our city secretary, and Dr. Annette Goldberg, our city administrator. At this time, we will move to public comments. If you have any general public comments, Madam Secretary?
No, Mayor.
Okay. At this time, we'll move on to consent agenda items. Do we have any comments related to the agenda?
No, Mayor.
Okay. Okay, so we will now move to city council comment. Council members, Councilmember Jones, do you have any comments?
No comments, Mayor.
Councilmember Bigby?
Are we gonna, our street is getting that big deal in North Carolina. That's what I'm crazy. North Pine. And it's a big dip now where you have to drive over, so can we pay attention to that? Maybe they have some stuff just forward right there.
Where are you?
Coming in. When you come in North Pine, it's a big deal now.
Well, that's gonna be part of the street project, that's gonna be taken care of. Yeah.
No catch up.
We'll take care of it. All right.
That's it. Thank you.
All right, no problem. All right, then, let's move right along. This time, we'll move on to our consent agenda. Madam Secretary?
We have two items under consent agenda items. Both items will be gone through one motion. They will be voted with one motion.
Okay.
Agenda item 3A, consideration of and action on the approval of the minutes of the workshop on Monday, September 8th, 2025, in regular meeting on Tuesday, September 9th, 2025, in special meeting Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. Ingrid Flournoy, City Secretary. Agenda item 3B, consideration of and action to approve the memorandum of understanding with Fort Bend County Homeland Security and Emergency Management.
I make a motion we approve all items on the consent agenda.
Motion has been made by Mayor Pro Tem Greg Abar and second by Councilmember Jones. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion's passed.
Down to agenda items 4, presentations. 4A, September 2025 permit monthly report, Mr. Marquise Walker.
Good evening, council members, mayor. My name is Marquise. I'm the permit administrator. So for the month of September, I had a total of 9 permits that I issued. So I issued one demolition permit, one electrical permit, one building permit, one preliminary plat permit, one mechanical permit, one commercial vendor permit, one sign permit, one water sewer tap permit, and one driveway permit, totaling 9 for the month of September. Do you have any questions?
Where's the demolition?
So it's to tear down the old house, so I guess if they want to build a new one. But
I mean,
there was a home on, I think it was 703 home. They applied, Coin, yes, ma'am. And they applied to demolition the house that they have in the front.
Okay.
Thank you.
Agenda item 4B. City Engineer Report, Mr. Lawrence Turner, Calusa Inc.
Yeah, we'll move that.
Okay. Agenda item 4C, Officer Commendation Awards, Erica Carr Bryant, Police Chief.
Evening, everybody.
Evening.
I'm gonna start with the accommodations. The first one, can I have Detective Nixon to come up?
Do you need a microphone, please?
It is my pleasure that I present you with this letter of commendation in recognition of your outstanding performance and exemplary dedication to duty. On September 5th, 2025, you responded to a sensitive and urgent case involving a missing single mother and her children who were believed to be in crisis. The information received indicated that the mother was experiencing severe emotional distress and was contemplating suicide, placing both her life and the lives of her children in imminent danger. Your actions during this investigation reflect not only your strong investigative abilities, but also your deep compassion and commitment to preserving life. You went above and beyond normal expectations in utilizing every available resource to track down critical leads. Through your persistence, situational awareness, and proactive approach, you were able to locate the mother and her children safely. Your professionalism and calm communication helped de-escalate a highly emotional situation, allowing you to gain the trust of the mother and ensue her well-being. Because of your efforts, she and her children were reunited with family members, providing them with the support and stability that they needed during the vulnerable moment. Thank you for your continued dedication to the city.
You want to hold it open?
oh, you want photo bomb? Hold on. Okay, get back in there, Chief, so she can photo bomb right now. Got it.
Thank you. Thank you all.
You're welcome. Thank you, Detective. Appreciate it.
Officer Anthony Jones. It is with great pride and appreciation that I only commend you for your exceptional professionalism, courage, and commitment to duty during a critical incident on August 18, 2025. On that date, you responded to a call involving a suicidal subject who was actively threatening to take his own life. During the encounter, the subject became violent and assaulted you. Despite being injured and in pain, you demonstrated remarkable restraint, composure, and dedication to preserving life. Rather than disengaging or reacting emotionally, you maintained control of the situation and continued efforts to ensure the safety of the individual and the surrounding community. As the subject fled and began inflicting severe self-harm, you acted swiftly to pursue and monitor his actions while continuously communicating vital updates. When the subject barricaded himself inside the residence, you displayed strong judgment and tactical awareness by immediately requesting additional resources to prevent further harm. Your quick decision to coordinate with responding units and ultimately facilitate the involvement of Corbin County Sheriff's Office SWAT team resulted in a peaceful and safe resolution of the incident. Because of your determination, professionalism, and de-escalation efforts, the subject was safely taken into custody and received the medical intervention he critically needed. Thank you for your continued service to the city of Arcola and our community.
Hold on. Oh, you're not gonna put a bomb this week? Ready? You gonna get in there? You stand up like you did last time.
Okay.
There you go, right here. Thank you.
Officer Wonderfall and Officer Womack. This letter of commendation is hereby presented to Officer Wonderfall and Officer Womack, who responded to the critical incident involving a suicidal subject on August 18, 2025. During this high-risk and involving situation, each of you demonstrated exceptional teamwork, professionalism, and dedication to duty. The incident began as a mental health crisis involving a suicidal individual who became violent and assaulted an Arcola Police Department officer. As the subject fled and barricaded himself inside the residence while continuing to inflict self-harm, the potential for a tragic outcome was imminent. Your rapid response, coordinated communication, and sound tactical judgment ensured the safety of nearby residents while preventing further escalation. You worked cohesively to secure the perimeter, assist in containment, and maintain scene safety while prioritizing the preservation of life. Your collaboration with the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office, SWAT team, EMS, and supporting agencies reflects strong interagency cooperation and ensured the peaceful resolution of this dangerous situation. Thank you for your continued service to the city of Arcola.
Rosemary said her hand shook. You was shaking.
All right.
Oh.
Wait, shaking her hand.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm cool over there.
Okay, right here, give me some love. Hold on. Thank you.
Detective Nixon and James Zetta.
Oh.
This is the same, I'm sorry, I forgot to. That's theirs.
Oh, okay.
It was on the same thing.
Yeah, we got
You still get to take a picture?
Oh.
see that? You got it.
There you go. Some love for you. Thank you.
James Zetta Randall. This letter of commendation is presented in recognition of the outstanding professionalism, dedication, and critical support demonstrated by the administrative staff during the emergency incident on August 18, 2025. During this rapidly evolving situation, while officers were actively managing a high-risk scene involving a suicidal subject, you acted swiftly and decisively to ensure community safety and operational support. Understanding the potential danger this incident posed to children and school transportation routes, you immediately began coordinating communication efforts with local school districts to prevent buses from entering the affected area. Your timely intervention prevented unnecessary exposure to danger and ensured the safety of students, drivers, and school personnel. This commendation is a reflection of your invaluable role in our department. You embodied the spirit of service and the strength of teamwork that makes our agency successful. Thank you for your exceptional performance and continued service to the city of Arcola. I have one more, and this is for Mayor Williams.
Oh, yeah. All right.
On behalf of the men and women of the Arcola Police Department, I would like to extend our sincere appreciation for your thoughtful gesture in providing pizza, Gatorade, and water to our officers during the critical incident on August 18, 2025. Your support came at a time when our officers were working extended hours under challenging and emotionally demanding circumstances. Your generosity not only boosted morale, but also served as a powerful reminder that our community leaders stand behind those who serve and protect. Acts of kindness such as yours reinforce the strong partnership between city leadership and our department, and they play an important role in supporting the well-being of our officers. We are grateful for your ongoing commitment to public safety and to the men and women who dedicate themselves to serving the city of Arcola. Your continued support is valued and deeply appreciated by this department. Thank you once again for your leadership, encouragement, and generosity.
I just want to say thank you, Chief, for that, but also thank you to our PD, because I was here that day when they were out there all day long, and it was hot, and they had on all of this stuff, and it was 1 million police officers. We had Fort Missouri City and Fort Bend County and Fort Bend ESD, and if I'm missing somebody, I'm sorry, but there were so many police officers out there at that command center. It was like, to see that and to see them support Arcola, it just really, I couldn't just, we had to all step up and do our part. So I appreciate that, and that's why I will always support, and I thank this council for always supporting these officers, because the job that y'all do, I mean, we understand that you get to the point where you can be, life-threatening, and so we thank you for what you do. And I will say, Detective, I remember that day when you came and are concerned about that lady and her kids, and I'm just happy to serve with people who care about people. So
Right.
I thank y'all.
We're now going to go back to agenda item 4B, City Engineer Report, Mr. Lawrence Turner, Calusa, Inc.
Good evening. You should have a copy of your report in front of you. I'll touch on each item. First, going through the Arcola water plant. Construction is still going on and is continuing over there at the water plant. So far up to date, we have the 650 gallon per minute jockey pump installed, and we anticipate the other 1,050 GPM booster pump being installed within the next 4 weeks. The contractor, he should start installing the ring, which is the foundation for the ground storage tank, within the next week. And the project is still on schedule to complete before the end of the first quarter of 2026. Next one, the Arcola wastewater treatment plant expansion. Number 2, construction is on schedule. It's still continuing. The contract is about 20%. That's the 450,000 gallon expansion. The SSO, that's just a normal thing that I just keep on the list of making sure that we're monitoring what's happening with our sanitary sewer system. The Arcola, Arcola roadway drainage improvements, that's still going on. We're cleaning up road ditches all over different parts of the community. And then the last thing, the ongoing construction project, is the sanitary sewer lift station number 3 rehab over there on North Pine Street. They're in the process of rehabbing the lift station first, and then they'll come back and do the sanitary sewer line replacement. But we also have, which is part of the roadway drainage improvements, we had the road ditches on the south side of South Pine cleaned from Westport Chocolate Bayou up to that area right over there. That's on South Pine. With regards to engineering and design projects, the expansion for the wastewater treatment plant, the ultimate wastewater treatment plant permit expansion, I did get an email today. It is still with the permit writers. I would imagine that hopefully in the next 3 to 4 months, we'll have that final ultimate permit that will, come on our way. It's a 4.1 MGD project or permit. The relocation of utilities along 521, those plans, they're complete. They're also with the railroad department, trying to get their approvals. Once we get those approvals, then we'll go out for bids on that particular project. And let's see, the last one that I have on here are the construction plans for the 1.4 to 1.8. That's the one that the city, the developer, and Freshwater One are participating in. 70% plans are complete. They've been submitted to everybody. They have until next week to send those comments back to us. Once we get those, we do have a schedule. We're adhering to that schedule, and we'll keep continuing moving forward. That concludes my report. I'll entertain any questions that you may have of me as it relates to my report, or any other matters that the attorney will allow me to speak on. All right, I'll sit down. Thank you very much.
Agenda item 4D, State of the City, Mayor B. Williams.
Okay, I'm gonna try to go through these pretty quickly, so we can move on. Centerpoint wanted us to make an announcement that before anybody does any digging in the city on any projects, please make sure that you call 911, dial 811 to ensure that, you don't hit any, significant lines that they may have, down there, so. Just know that when I started here, we've been working on different processes. So just want to let everybody know that there are going to be different permitting processes coming to the city. There may be different, there are going to be some changes that will really benefit the residents of the city when they want to work on projects in the city. So we're going to be moving forward on those processes, and that's something that has to come before council. So we're going to be looking to bring that probably next month, so just want to let y'all know. The Cultural Festival is going to be October 25th, right out here from 4 to 8 p.m. Y'all have to come out. It's going to be a good time out here that day. We're going to have everything from great food, live music, line dancing, Polynesian dances. So come out here with your, we're going to have our leis. They're going to give us leis to put on and everything. So listen, it's just going to be a lot of fun out here. So we just want to celebrate with the community. We're gonna have a car show. They have some really nice cars, Corvettes, Lamborghinis, and classic cars that come out and provide trunk or treats for the kids. So, and we'll have our for kids zone out here. So, come out and hang out with us here at the city. Heavy trash. We are working to establish another date in January. We're gonna make sure everybody get through their holidays, and by the time it'll be winter time, and maybe some of the grass will die, and you'll see a little trash that needs to be picked up, so you can bring it up here and bring it up to the city, and we'll take care of it. Just to let all the council members and everybody know, when we deal with official city business, we're gonna use official city email, because we've had some issues with potential breaches, and so we're not using personal emails to do that. We're gonna be using city emails. So, and I think right now that's all I'm gonna go deal with for right now. We got some other events that will be coming up, and we'll make those announcements at the next meeting. We have a lot to get through tonight, and I want to be aware of the time. So, thank you.
Agenda 5, regular agenda items, 5A. All items on the regular agenda items are up for discussion, consideration, and possible action. 5A, to approve the September 2025 Municipal Operations and Consulting Report, Mr. Roland Leal, MOC Area Manager Operations.
Good evening, Council, Mayor, and everyone here. Y'all should have a copy of your operator's report in front, and we're looking at billing periods for September 2025. We had a total of 982 water connections, and for sewer we have 1,931 connections, 688 being from Freshwater One. Just below, we're looking at how much our well produced. It produced 7,447,000. We billed out 7,308,000 gallons, which put us at 98% accounted for. Just to the right, we're looking at your delinquent accounts. Water and sewer accounts, we had 71. Sewer only accounts, 51, and we still have one account plugged. Just below your revenue total is at $161,317 with 74 cents. Just below your wastewater treatment plant had 2.85 inches of rain, and it was operating at 38% permitted capacity, and we were sampled and in compliance. You turn your page. We're looking at your wastewater treatment plant on your daily operations. Highlighted in yellow, you'll see total gallons. That's the gallons that were read for the day. And if you go to the right, you'll see your final CO2 residual. That's the chlorine that's in the water. And we were in compliance on all that. Just to the far right is your gallons that we received from fresh water, one on a daily. Just below, you'll see that the total gallons flowed through the sewer plant from the city of Arcola was 11,284,000 with a daily average flow of 364,000 gallons. And to the right, Freshwater One, they contributed 4,849,000 with 300 gallons, which with a daily average of 156,429 gallons. If you turn your page, that's your DMR, what is sampled by the lab, which is for TCQ. And third to the bottom is your E. coli. We were still 1.0, which well under the permitted amount. Something new we have for y'all is on the last page is your uncollectible accounts or your write-offs. For water and sewer accounts, we had one. This was a renter, and after deposit applied, gave us they still have an outstanding $535.38. Just below, we had one sewer account. After deposit applied, this was once again a renter. We had a zero balance after that. That's all I have for y'all, unless y'all have questions for me on the operator's report. Thank you.
Make a motion, we approve the operator's report.
Accepted.
Motion has been made by Mayor Pro Tem, second by Councilmember Jones. All in favor? All opposed? Okay, the motion's passed.
5B, to approve an extension of the sewer line to the maintenance department's building not to exceed $5,066.91. Enterprise Fund, Mayor Vito Williams.
Yes, this is just to, council, as we talked about on yesterday, to extend sewer line from the maintenance building to the system, to the sewer line here. Because right now they don't have that. So we're asking to provide the funding so we can make sure that they have what they need over there.
I make a motion that we approve the extension of the sewer line to our maintenance trailer.
Second.
Motion has been made by Mayor Pro Tem Abar, second by Councilmember Bigby. All in favor? All opposed? The motion's passed.
5C, to approve the fiscal year 2024 financial audit conducted by Brooks, Watson & Co., PLLC. Dr. Annette Goldberg, City Administrator.
Thank you, Ingrid. Mayor and council, I present to you John Watson, who is the president of Brooks, Watson & Company, LLC. He performed the audit. He's here to give you the results.
Great, thank you, Annette. Mayor, council, appreciate the opportunity to be here in front of you this evening. So I have a PowerPoint. It's also a handout inside of the report if you flip it open. With that, we'll go over the high points of the audit. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, or we'll open up at the end as well. Just go to the next page here. Quick overview of the audit process. The audit was conducted consistently with U.S. GAAP, that's generally accepted auditing standards. It's a three-phased approach. The first phase is the planning phase. That's where we look at current year results, compare them to prior year, and compare them to our expectations. We try to focus our testing on areas we find most susceptible to risk of error fraud, and that's the fieldwork stage where we do that testing. So we draw samples, vouch to underlying evidence, see where things are recorded properly, and determine where they're not, and propose audit adjustments. And that's the conclusion reporting phase, propose audit adjustments, and prepare the report you all have in front of you, as well as a couple audit letters. So in a nutshell, that's what a gas audit is. Next slide here. Quick overview of the report. There are 4 sections to it. The first section is the audit opinion. So that's a letter from us, your independent auditor, describes whether the financial statements are consistent with US GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles, or if there are any modifications. Next section is management's discussion and analysis that shows the current year results compared to the prior year, explanations over significant changes year over year, capital asset activity and debt activity is discussed in there. So good place to get a lot of good information. Basic financials follow that. Those are presented on two different bases of accounting, so similar information presented two different ways. Government-wide statements, which are presented full accrual, so that's got all your long-term debt, capital asset activity. Then your fund level statements, which are presented modified accrual. And then the back of your report, you've got the notes to the financials, so a lot of details about those numbers. And then very back, required supplementary information, got your budget actual schedules and pension and OPEB. So take a look at your pension and see how well funded it is. Next page here, I mentioned the audit opinion. There are 4 types of audit opinions you can receive, and those are listed here. Unmodified being the best, and then it gets progressively worse from there. The city received an unmodified opinion, so that's a good thing. That is the highest level of assurance the CPA can provide. Grateful to the city and all their efforts getting us all the information required to form that opinion. Thank you very much. That's what we're here to offer today. Well, next slide. Quick highlights for the city. This is as of September 30, 24, and the year ended the same. City's net position was $21,610,167. This was an increase of about $681,000 for the year. Your governmental funds had a combined ending fund balance of about $3.8 million, which was an increase of about $402,000. Unassigned fund balance for your general fund was $3,369,000, which was about 72% of total general fund expenditures. So that's essentially a reserve we look at usually, so you're sitting a little over 6 months, so it's a very healthy reserve. You ever get 2 months or less, a little lean, so pretty healthy reserve there. Net pension liability was $44,872. We'll look at that on the slide. That was a decrease of $39,113 for the year. Decrease in pension liability is a good thing, so that was a positive change for the city. This is a pie chart of your governmental revenues. So you can see the allocations here. Total governmental revenues in the current year was $5,170,832. Prior year, it was about $3,710,000. Sales taxes makes up 11% of that, $586,347. Slight increase year over year from $570,000. Property taxes makes up 26%, about $1,356,000. Prior year, it was about $1,148,000. Charges for services made up 37%, about $1.9 million. Prior year, it was about $1,531,000. Next slide. So that was a look at your revenues. This is a look at your governmental expenses. Total governmental expenses for the current year, $4,358,000. Prior year was about $3,231,000. Public safety makes up 49% of that, $2,143,000. Prior year was about $1,573,000. General government was 42%, $1,822,000. Prior year was about $1,268,000. And public works was 7%, $318,000. Prior year was about $314,000. So all of that was your governmental fund side, so taxing side and the related expenditures. This is your water and sewer proprietary fund. So these operate, but we also call them business type activities. They operate similar to a business where they're charging for what they're delivering, water and sewer treatment in this case. So we're looking at top here, we got operating revenues, about $2,099,000, and then operating expenses a little above that, $2,231,000. So that was an operating loss of about $132,000 for the year. Ideally, that would be a surplus, so something to consider. That fit into your ending net position here of $15,469,616 at end of the year. Next slide. I mentioned the pension, which is, this is just a summary level. Pages 68, 69 have the detail going back quite a ways. Bottom left is the most recent position for the city. That's the number I mentioned earlier, $44,872. You can see just to the right of that, $83,985. So that's that decrease in the liability year over year. That was primarily due to net investment income for the current year, circled in red there, 48,617. So that's over 10% return on your net pension assets, which is really good. Couple of bullets for you to think about with respect to the pension funded ratio. So funded ratio is a measure of the asset relative to the liability. So if it's higher, it's good. If the asset's higher relative to the liability, that's a good thing. If it's lower, it's worse. The city's current funded ratio was 92.37%. Prior year was 83.17%. So it increased year over year. That is good. Average funding level nationwide in 2023, which is the last actuarial report used here, was 78.1%. So you're well above average, sitting at 92%. So the pension is well funded. The city's, and you feel this through the budget. So TMRS, depending on your funded position and all the factors they look at, they propose new contribution rates by the city each year. That'll go up and down. Your contribution rates, and that's where you feel it in your expenses, were 3.23% in 2024, 3.7 before that. So you can see just a dip there down. So it's less expensive year to year, relatively low from my perspective as far as cities I see. And that's a percentage of payroll, by the way, to be clear. So that's everything I wanted to share with you. Quite a bit of information, short amount of time. In addition to that, there are 2 audit letters. Okay, these are standard required communications. The first one discusses a lot of just standard information, nothing too unique here. If we encountered a material fraud or theft, that would be in here. Nothing of that nature was identified. In addition to that, there are the audit adjustments. So any auditor that encounters audit adjustments, which is pretty common with an audit of a city, they're going to propose adjustments. Those are listed in the back of that letter, Exhibit 1. So those are communicated with you. That's really the only unique thing within this letter. The second letter relates to internal controls. So we do quite a few walkthroughs of your processes and internal controls. We obviously test quite a bit. I kind of mentioned that at the front. As a part of that, it's not uncommon for us to identify things that we see, and we're always very transparent and share those things. So that's that second letter. I went over that with the audit committee the other day, had some good questions and feedback there, and so they have a good feel, I believe, over that, and certainly available for y'all now and in the future for any questions on that. That's kind of, I just want to kind of point you in that direction. And the only last thing, we talked about this with the audit committee, but GASB 101, so a new accounting standard is going to be applicable in the coming year. I know, Ned, we talked about that, and you sent some emails about that. So, the city's well aware. That will change how sick time, accrued sick time for employees is accounted for. That's basically the change there. So that's everything I wanted to share. If you have any questions, happy to address them. Thank you. I don't get a lot of applause.
I was gonna say, it might be a first.
Thank you, Mr. Watson. I appreciate it. Anybody have any questions, Ms. Watson? All right, well, I'd like to entertain a motion to accept the report.
I make a motion that we accept the 2024 financial report.
Second.
Motion has been made by Mayor Pro Tem Abar, second by Councilmember Jones. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The report has been accepted. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Watson.
Agenda item 5B, the approval of the City of Arcola's comprehensive financial policy. Dr. Annette Goldberg, City Administrator.
On this particular item, Council, Annette and I, and also Michael, have been working on this for quite a bit. And when we went through and reviewed it, we saw a few things that we probably want to modify. So we're still working on that. So I'd like to go ahead and recommend that we table that until the next council meeting.
I make a motion with table item D, discussion and possible action on the approval of the city comprehensive financial. To our next meeting.
A second.
Motion has been made by Councilmember Jones, second by Mayor Pro Tem Abar. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, motion's passed.
5E, action on the quarterly investment report for fiscal year 25, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Dr. Annette Goldberg, City Administrator.
Mayor and council, I'd like to point to the sheets that you should have in your binders. The first quarter, this represents all of fiscal year 2025, and it began in October, November, and December. What you see there is a total ending balance in December 2024 of $6,876,870. If you go to the second to the last column, you'll see the total interest for that quarter, $86,594. If you look at the average interest, you'll see that in October we received 4.91%, November 4.73%, and December 4.5%. It is decreasing, but it still starts with a 4, and we're very happy. Quarter 2 consists of January, February, and March of 2025. The ending balance at March 2025 is $7,554,423. Again, the total interest for quarter 2 is $74,667. But if I take the quarter 1 and quarter 2, the total thus far for quarter 1 and 2 interest is $161,361. Again, you'll see the interest rate 4.39 in January, 4.35 in February, and 4.33 in March. Quarter 3 consists of April, May, and June of 2025. The ending balance in June 2025 was $7,528,726. The interest for quarter 3 alone was $86,680. If you take the interest for quarter 1, 2, and 3, you'll see the last column. Total interest for FY25 is $248,042. Last quarter consists of July, August, and September 2025. The ending balance in September 2025 is $12,208,584. You'll see that there's a new fund in this quarter. It's the COS improvement projects. Those are the certificate of obligations that were issued in July. Total interest for July, August, and September is $134,683. Look at total interest for all quarters. You'll see the last column at the bottom, $382,724 worth of interest for FY24. This is required to report to you on a quarterly basis, but I'm giving it to you on an annual basis. That concludes my report, ma'am.
I make a motion that we approve the investment report.
Motion has been made by Mayor Pro Tem Abar, second by Councilmember Bigby. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is passed. Thank you.
Agenda item 5F, to amend the city's purchasing policy to reflect the changes in Senate Bill 1173 of the 89th legislation session, taking competitive bidding requirements from $50,000 to $100,000. Dr. Annette Goldberg, City Administrator.
Thank you, Ingrid. Mayor and council, as discussed yesterday, this is really just changing the limits in accordance to the state law.
I make a motion that we approve the updated purchase policy.
Second.
Motion has been made by Mayor Pro Tem Abar, second by Councilmember Bigby. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is passed. Thank you.
Agenda item 5G, to approve a contract with Blue Construction for the ditch rehab, grading, drainage, and base material at the Wellness Park, not to exceed $79,492.58. From the AMMD Development Agreement, Mayor Williams and Mr. Lawrence Turner, Calusa, Inc.
Yeah. Lance, I'm gonna let you handle this. I was gonna say this, we're getting started on the construction over at the Wellness Park, and you can you can tell them a little bit more about the scope of everything, over there, so. Thank you too, Mr. Turner, for all your work and
Yes, ma'am.
contributing to the wellness part.
Yes, ma'am. So the scope of work on this particular project is basically putting in access off of the existing paved area down south. It'll be putting in base material, they'll stabilize the subgrade, put in base material. They'll also install a drainage culvert that would lead you off of the existing paved area going south to I think it's Magna Hall. It'll also include creating a drainage ditch along that south property line, so that way any drainage coming off of the site will have a place for it to go. That's pretty much it right there.
Yeah, and the grading, this, the whole
There's some
area.
light grading that'll be done as well.
Yeah,
That is correct.
okay.
But that's it?
Thank you, Lance, I just wanted you to be a part of it.
Yes, ma'am, I am. I'm all in. I'm all in.
I know, I know, I thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
And I entertain a motion on let's start on the other part.
Make a motion that we approve the contract with Ballard Construction on the work for the wellness park.
Second.
Motion has been made by Mayor Pro Tem Mayor Pro Tem Akbar, second by, Councilmember Jones, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is passed. Let me just say, somebody said, the mayor's dreams are finally coming true. Say, I'm just dreaming. You know, I remember that song that say, if I'm dreaming, then just let me sleep. Don't wake me up until the dream is complete. So, and keep in mind that it's no longer a dream once it comes into reality, right?
Yes.
So, I'm happy to dream bigger and have a bigger vision for the city,
Right.
and I'm very thankful that, we're getting a chance to move forward on this.
Yes.
So, thank you.
Agenda item 5H, to approve an ordinance relating to council meeting date and hours, amending subsection A of section 2.04.010 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Arcola, Texas, and containing findings and provisions related to the subject. Mayor B. Williams.
This is, like we talked about yesterday, just to clarify that, with our meeting dates, in terms of our meeting, sometimes we meet the second Tuesday of every month. And I think we had it where the workshop, it said the second Monday of every month, but not every Monday is the second Monday
Right.
before the meeting. Sometimes it's the first Monday. And so we just want to make that clear. And also just to remind us, that if a regular scheduled meeting is on a holiday, our councilman meeting, then it'll pick up the following month. The following Tuesday.
Right.
And so that's all it does, it just clarifies that. And so, and we put it in writing, document.
I make a motion, we approve an ordinance relating to council meeting dates and hours, amending subsection A of section 2.04.010 of the Code of Ordinance of the City of Arcola, Texas.
Second.
Motion has been made by Councilmember Jones, second by Councilmember Bigby, all in favor? All opposed? Motion is passed.
Agenda item 6, contracts and agreements, 6A, to approve a contract with Brooks Watson & Co. PLLC for auditing services for fiscal year 25, not to exceed $42,150, general fund. Dr. Annette Goldberg, City Administrator.
Mayor and council, as we discussed yesterday, they have done an incredible job. They have helped us to become better in our processes. And they are actually going to charge us $34,650 for a basic audit that you saw today. However, during the process, should we receive in excess of $700,000 worth of grants or FEMA or anything of that nature, then we'll have to do a single audit, which is $7,500. So as you can see, the agenda item is not to exceed $42,150.
And I would also like to say that they did a deep dive in this, and I remember at one point when I first got in here, council was kind of asking for an in-depth kind of audit, and so they did a really deep dive, which may account for, so I just wanted to let y'all know that,
Make a motion. I make a motion that we approve Brooke Watson and Company PLLC for the service for the fiscal year 2025, not to exceed $42,150.
Second.
Motion has been made by Councilmember Jones, second by Councilmember Bigby. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is passed.
Thank you.
Agenda item 6B, to approve a licensing agreement with True North Software to provide records management system services not to exceed the amount of $15,000. General Fund, Erica Carr Bryant, Police Chief.
Council, as I talked about yesterday, this was put in our budget to get a new records management system for the vehicles. It will provide GPS tracking, interfacing with Fort Bend County system, and we'll be able to do the work from the vehicles with this software.
Please note that this is just, they're transferring from one system to another that's comparable prices, so it's not like we're adding a whole lot to it.
I make a motion that we approve the license agreement with True North Software not to exceed $15,000.
Second.
Motion has been made by Mayor Pro Tem Abar, second by Councilmember Jones. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is passed.
Agenda item 6C, to approve an agreement with True North Software for annual maintenance services not to exceed the amount of $5,000 starting fiscal year 27, General Fund. Erica Carr Bryant, Police Chief.
And this is just the annual maintenance for the records management system. It will not start until the next fiscal year. And it is significantly lower than what we're actually paying now for our current system.
I make a motion that we approve the licensing agreement with True North Software for annual maintenance not to exceed $5,000.
Second.
Motion has been made by Mayor Pro Tem Abar, second by Councilmember Jones. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is passed.
Agenda item 6D, to approve an agreement with iWork Systems, Inc. for permitting software not to exceed $15,000. General Fund. Erica Carr Bryant, Police Chief.
So this software is for our permitting system, as I spoke with you guys on yesterday about. It will allow us to make some necessary changes to the permitting system, be more user-friendly for our citizens, and we'll be able to look at things under one address. We'll have everything from code enforcement, fire marshal, and permits under one.
And this is again another one that we are already currently doing, that's already, the prices are comparable, so we're not raising the prices.
I make a motion that we approve the agreement with iWord System, Inc. for software not to exceed $15,000.
Second.
Motion has been made by Mayor Pro Tem Abar, second by Councilmember Jones. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is passed. And let me just say, y'all, when I came in, we looked at processes. We're looking at a lot of different processes. We're making changes. We're looking at things that make us more effective, more efficient, and so that's why you see the changes in it. So we're not spending a whole lot of additional funds. We're just transferring from one system to another system.
And Mayor, I'll also add that the city of Stafford and Iowa Colony use this software. So if we need help or guidance or have a question, we have sister cities we can turn to.
Okay, so at this time, it is currently 6:54 p.m. The city council will convene into closed session as authorized under section 551.071 of the Texas Government Code for consultation with attorney. At this time, Chief,
Can I get everybody to exit and go into the community center? Once they reconvene, you guys are welcome to come back in.
Okay, the time is now 7:13 p.m. We will reconvene back into regular session. If there are no further issues, so can I entertain a motion for
I'll make a
adjournment?
motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion has been made by Councilmember Bigby, second by Councilmember Jones, for adjournment at 7:13 p.m.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Nobody.
It's adjourned.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
I've been so